Hey, this is Steve with Guitar Center. We're at NAMM 2017 in the ROLI booth, and we're checking out the new Blocks with Ruben. How you doing, man?
Yeah, doing well, thanks.
So what is this all about?
Okay, so Blocks is basically a modular music studio. So it's made up of these different components that you can connect together magnetically, right, and build up your setup. And so the center of the block system is the LightPad block. The LightPad block incorporates the same technology that we pioneered with the Seaboard Rise, right? So it has this pressure-sensitive silicone surface, so you can, strike it harder, softer, press into it, move left and right to bend the pitch, up and down to change the filter. It even responds to how fast you take your fingers off and attack, So it really interprets a lot of really amazing expression data, right? And so you can use it to control synths, bass lines, samplers, but also drums, right? So, I can switch it over, and because it's a flexible surface, it can be a 4x4 grid, it can be a 5x5 grid, it can be 2x2, it can really be whatever you want it to be. And so I'm using these blocks right here, right? I also have the control blocks. So this is a loop block, which basically helps you to layer your sounds into a song, and the live block, which gives you control over live performance tools like scales, chords, arpeggios, octaves, all these things. And they're controlling Noise, which is a free iOS app that we've released, right? So Noise has hundreds of really amazing sounds inside of it, some of them that are made by some featured artists that we're working with, such as RZA from Wu-Tang Clan, Steve Aoki, Grimes, people like that. And inside of the app, you can also layer and loop your sounds, right? But that's like a really good on-the-go way to start using Blocks, but you can also use Blocks as a really powerful MIDI controller with whatever digital audio workstation you're used to using, or software synths, hardware synths. And so, yeah, using Blocks dashboard, basically you can configure the LightPad block to be whatever you want, right? So as I was saying, it's interpreting all this data and has these LEDs. So you can really use it as for example, you can use as faders, right? As like a mixer in your DAW. You can use it as just like an XYZ pad, right, where it responds to pressure and also left and right, up and down to control like maybe a filter, like some kind of effect. And so really the possibilities are endless, and we've opened it up to developers also that can use our SDK to make their own apps and just use this as a controller for it. So really interesting to see where it's going.
So any variable parameter can be controlled?
Yeah, exactly. And it can be controlled in, all of these different 5 dimensions, right? Whether it's XYZ, but also striking and taking your fingers off, right? So
very cool. And these will be available at the end of February?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool. Thank you so much, Ruben.
Yeah,
all right, so look for ROLI Blocks coming to GC at the end of February, and keep checking GuitarCenter.com for more new from NAMM.